Well, it's always an interesting segment when attorney Ken Hiller stops by, and this morning, Ken is here to talk about veterans' disability cases. And Ken, it's great to have you here. And I'm always sorry to hear that our veterans might have difficulty getting a Social Security claim when it's perfectly valid.
Yeah, I mean, I've talked about how hard it is to get Social Security. Veterans is even harder, and it takes even longer. It's a horrible system, and they've talked about improving it. They've made some improvements, but it still has a long way to go.
But you had a case that really brings it home on how you may be able to help.
Right. We had a client who was a World War II veteran. He actually was granted benefits in like 1945. And then they reconsidered it and booted him off benefits in 1945. And he came to us a year and a half ago. He said it was sort of like his bucket list to try. And so we applied, and we were able to reopen his 1945 application. And he obtained benefits all the way back to 1945. He's receiving over 70 years of past due benefits.
Wow, you must be so happy.
When we had a little celebration
like
at the office when that came in.
God bless.
Yeah,
that's fantastic.
That's one of those wins you savor.
Wow.
For the client.
The point here is that if you have been denied as a veteran, you may want to call Ken. You just never know that you may still have some evidence that will go in your favor, and you may get a similar outcome.
This veteran, he found an affidavit in his attic because there's a question about what he had done in work before the service, and he found it, and it was a really important piece of evidence.
Wow. Ken, why is it so hard for veterans to get their disability cases heard and to have an award? Why are they all dismissed?
I don't know what the reason is. I mean, there was no judicial review for many years. They started a system in the late 1980s. Before that, the Veterans Administration decided everything, and you really couldn't have a lawyer. The lawyer could only be paid $10, so no lawyers took the cases, and it was very arbitrary. Nothing you could do if you were denied. And then they started this system, and it's slowly working some progress, into the veteran system, but it's a real fight.
Do most veterans, after they're denied, just give up? Do you think?
Not just initially. Some do. Some like get denied and they give up, or they just keep filing new applications. What you have to do, similar to Social Security, is you have to keep appealing.
Yeah, and you have to have an attorney.
It helps a lot.
Yeah, if you're going to walk that road alone, you're going to find that it's very easy for you to get denied. Yeah.
Yes, and it's a little bit more of a litigation than Social Security. I mean, we often get expert reports from physicians to prove one big issue. Oftentimes, is service connection. Did the condition arise during the service? Right. And sometimes we need an expert to establish that.
But again, here you were able to help this gentleman, this veteran who was, he's 94 now, did you say? Yeah. And that's just amazing. And so listen, folks, if you believe you do have a case and you had been denied, you may, if you have evidence, you may want to call the offices of Kenneth Hiller and let Ken go on in and try to fight for you, because you just never know. That outcome could be yours. Veterans' disability cases, it's just a shame to hear that they're not getting their due, but you're in there to help fight that battle, Ken. That's awesome. All right, let's go out and leave you his information. As a matter of fact, you can always contact him at the website at the bottom of the screen, or certainly call the offices of Kenneth Hiller, 1-877-236-7366, and get that taken care of, okay?